Hey guys, how's it going? I have an update on the Stephon Gilmore situation to give you guys today. There is some really interesting news and also some really good news to go over. Now, technically, Stephon Gilmore just ended his holdout yesterday. I waited till this morning to make this video because he actually checked into training camp, which means he is with the Patriots. He is on the physically unable to perform list, which is basically just meaning he's injured or sick, which in this case it's injured, and he's unable to perform yet. The kind of tricky thing about this is that this could be extended to any point, and this can also end at any point. You see, if you hold out for technically quote unquote no reason, you actually get some money penalties. You lose money from staying away from the team for no reason. But if he's coming off an injury, he can technically stay on the pup list as long as he wants, as long as he feels like he's injured and suffer no consequences. The only consequence he would suffer is not being able to play, which at this point, he was already holding out. So this could just be another form of holding out with no financial penalty. Although there is an alternative, and that is that he's actually on the pup list because he's just not ready, and he does plan on exiting that pup list and being with the team. So this is actually really good news. At least he is coming off of his technical holdout and entering the pup list, which means he will be in close contact with the team. He will be with the team, which is obviously a step in the right direction. Real quick is just an intermission just to give you guys an update on the pup list since we just got that. Stephon Gilmore is on it. Jarrett Stidham is on it. Chase Winovich, Dalton Keene, Terez Hall, Byron Cowart, Brandon King, long-term special teams player for us, and then also Devin Smith, wide receiver. So this isn't that bad of a list. Obviously, Chase Winovich is a bummer. Jarrett Stidham is a little bit of a bummer if we don't get to see him play too much in the training camp. And then also Stephon Gilmore is a bit of a bummer, obviously, but he is coming off of an injury, so that is not surprising at all. And in a way, it actually is really good news, like I said before. Now, this is a tweet all the way back from July 8th in my last update on this situation. Henry McKenna said, the Patriots and Stephon Gilmore plan to sit down before training camp and potentially hammer out a deal. There hasn't been any trade traction around the league because the Patriots didn't do enough to shore up the cornerback position, yada, yada. So basically, there was a plan to basically get a contract in place before training camp. That could be the case. Technically, he could be coming on and signing in to the training camp because he knows a deal is about to be done. But I do think that there isn't going to be a deal before training camp, considering we haven't really heard anything between the 9th of July and all the way till now. We only have 5 days until training camp, so there's not a lot of time. Now, this was some interesting news, and I almost made a video about this, but I decided to just do one mega update today because we have multiple different things going on in this situation. But Guy Boston Sports said Stephon Gilmore is open to a multi-year extension or a one-year jump in salary. And that is huge news, guys. That is huge news because at this point, he is coming off of a quad injury. He is in the upper years of his career. So to be open to a one-year jump in salary, basically a one-year contract, and then entering free agency or getting a big contract with us the season after, shows that he is very confident that he's actually going to bounce back from this injury and be at a top level, because if he wants that pay increase, he obviously needs to play good. That injury can't be a struggle, because if he gets re-injured, that's going to lower his stock, basically. Teams aren't going to be willing to pay him as much, obviously, if he has 2 injuries now on his record. It's almost like having a wreck on the record of a car. You know, you're not going to pay as much for a used car with a wreck on the record, especially not 2 or 3. So that is the same thing with an NFL player with injuries. That's actually a really good analogy. So at this point, he could get a multi-year extension with the Patriots, but I think it's even more likely that they would be open to giving him a one-year jump in salary there, because obviously we're not expecting to do any huge moves, I don't think, for just one season. So to give him a lot of that cap space that we have available for no reason, just to have him around for this upcoming season where they've already bolstered up the team. They've tried to make us a more competitive team. So they are in kind of a win-now mentality, obviously, and probably a win-now mentality for the next 5 seasons, considering they gave most of those guys a 3 to 5 year contract, all the free agent players that they just signed in probably the biggest free agency in Patriots history. So they are in kind of a win now and win in the near future mindset as of right now. So I do think that they will hammer out some sort of deal. I think it would be dumb for the Patriots to not at least try to keep him around for 1 year if it is true, in fact, that he has basically been open to a 1 year a 1-year contract basically with a jump in salary just to keep him around, and then he will obviously either expect a large multi-year contract the next year after that with us, or enter the free agency and be a high value player. That is where he is basically mentally. That's where he's at, if this is a true quote. But this is a very actual reputable quote. I've seen this from multiple very reputable folks. This is just one example of a tweet of this. I had to go back and look on Twitter for this, and I just found one here. But there's more reputable sources that have basically said this. So yes, that's the update on the Stephon Gilmore situation right now. Obviously, mostly good news. He is technically ending his holdout. He is involved with the Patriots training camp, although he is on the PUP list. But I think that's a good thing overall, and he is open to a 1-year deal. So there's multiple different things going on that are good news. And I hope to see a deal hammered out, because imagine having J.C. Jackson and Stephon Gilmore side by side this upcoming season. Hopefully a healthy season for both of them. Jonathan Jones still a slot cornerback. That solidifies that cornerback position, and obviously we have bolstered the linebacker and defensive line position significantly. So that front seven, just upgrading them that much, is going to help the defensive backs that much. We could have a super good defense this upcoming season if that is in fact the case. Anyway, guys, before I close out this video, I wanted to mention that I'm actively searching for an Xbox Series X. Obviously, they're very hard to come by, because I want to do a Let's Play series of the Patriots with the new Madden on the new console. I already have an Elgato, so I can record that for you guys. I have big plans for a series with that Madden Let's Play. It'll obviously bring more content, more Patriots content. It'll be super cool, super fun to do with you guys. But if anybody knows where a good place to get Xbox Series X at a reasonable price, because a lot of people are marking them up right now because there's obviously a shortage of the chips, which is what they need to make the Xboxes, so that therefore there's a shortage of the Xboxes to make it simple, and people are marking them up. Even websites like Walmart and Amazon, reputable obviously retailers, are marking this up to, hundreds above what it's worth, 700-800 I've seen it for. If anybody knows where you can get one right now for 500, basically the price that it's supposed to be at, it might even be 400 that it's supposed to be at, but I would definitely buy one for 500. If anybody knows any information, please let me know, because it'll help out the channel a lot. So if anybody knows a good source for that, let me know, of course. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Obviously, very exciting things to come in the future. Hopefully, we get some more news, some more very good news in the Stephon Gilmore situation very soon. But other than that, we have a few days until training camp, and I'm so excited to bring you guys daily uploads then. But until then, I'm just going to be waiting for news like this to come out, and I will be bringing you guys videos. So thank you so much for watching all the way to the end of the video. Again, help me find some Xboxes if anybody knows any sources. Please be sure to subscribe if you like Patriots content, because I'm trying to grow this channel, guys. We have already grown by thousands. We've almost doubled this channel since I started re-uploading on this channel this basically springtime. It hasn't even been the season, and we have grown so much. It's all because of you guys. So be sure to destroy the like button and leave a comment down below, because those two things are what has been helping grow this channel the most. And as always, just stay updated for more videos with us. Be on the lookout, because we're going to be bringing so many more videos coming up, because we're going to transition straight from training camp to preseason to regular season. So it is going to be nonstop after that point. I cannot wait, and I'm sure you guys are excited as well. Anyway, thank you so much for watching the video. See you guys in the next one.